On the news, President Bola Tinubu congratulates Christians as they celebrate Christmas. President of the Senate and Speaker of the House of Representatives call for love, peace and unity of the nation as Christians celebrate birth of Jesus Christ. Plus, a lawmaker calls for collective efforts to ensure timely passage of 2025 budget and implementation. Good evening and a warm welcome to NTA Parliamentary News. I am Abubakar Galadima. President Bola Tinubu has extended his heartfelt greetings to Christians across Nigeria and worldwide as they celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. As narrated in the Holy Scriptures, President Tinubu in his Yuletide message says, Christmas embodies the fulfillment of divine prophecy and symbolizes the triumph of love, peace and unity. The President notes that the birth of Jesus Christ is a poignant reminder that light can emerge even in the darkest times, bringing solace and hope on the recent tragic events in Ibadan, Okija and Abuja. President Tinubu says such misfortune do not revisit our families and communities, and that the lives of innocents are never again cut short. The President honors country's brave troops who risk their lives to safeguard the nation. Similarly, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu facilitates with Nigerians across the country as they celebrate Christmas and look forward to New Year 2025. In a statement marking the Yuletide season, the First Lady expresses heartfelt gratitude to Nigerians for their unwavering support and patience as efforts towards building a better Nigeria continue, noting that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is committed to positive reforms that would benefit every citizen, most of which are already yielding positive results. As the year comes to a close, the First Lady appeals to all to hold on to the belief that better days are ahead, continue to love and support one another, foster unity and embrace the diversity that makes our nation so great. She wishes all Nigerians a Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2025, filled with love, joy, peace and prosperity. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has urged Nigerians to use the occasion of Christmas as an avenue to embrace peace, love and unity. Akpabio, in a Christmas message, said, the festive period calls for celebration and reflection and therefore encouraged all to spread love, kindness and generosity by remembering those in need and offering a helping hand. In the same vein, the Speaker, House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, in his Christmas message says, the birth of Jesus Christ signifies newness and fulfillment, while calling for a national rebirth at this critical juncture in Nigeria's history. Congratulating Christians on the occasion of Christmas, Speaker Abbas urged Nigerians to use the season to pray for a new Nigeria. Working together for the good of Nigerians has been philosophy of the 10th Senate. In this report, National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali tells us how the 10th Senate in 2024 collaborated with other arms of government and the Nigerian people to attain aspiration.
We will make sure that we listen to Nigerians and dot the I's and cross the T's to the satisfaction of all Nigerians and for the benefit of this country. We will not kill any reform that you bring forward that will change the future of this country.
When we're also going through the kind of socio-economic and political situation that we're going through as a nation, you see that there cannot be a better time, for the legislative arm to collaborate with the executive arm.
The 10th Senate, no doubt, toed this line of collaboration, leading to the passage of legislations that are profound to improve security, economy and livelihood of Nigerians. Key legislations passed by the Senate in 2024 include the 70,000 Naira minimum wage bill, the 300% salaries increase for judicial officers, and the repeal and reenactment of the 2024 budget, increasing the figure from 28.7 trillion to 34.9 trillion naira. Other development-related legislations passed in 2024, some of which have been assented to for equity across the sub-regions of Nigeria, are Development Commission's establishment bills. Perhaps the most historic of legislations in 2024 is the comeback of the old national anthem, which attracted overwhelming positive response from Nigerians.
I want you to listen to the meaning. Nigeria, we hail you, we greet you. Our own dear native land. Our own dear native land. This is our land. We don't have any other.
In line with constitutional powers, Senate confirmed appointees of the president, among them 7 new ministers, the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the Chief of Army Staff. As is the practice with each assembly, the 10th Senate is in the process of constitutional review, and already interests are being voiced.
Create an additional state for Southeast. So Southeast can have 6 states in tandem with other zones of the Federation.
We're looking at creation of coastal states. The reason for this is not about bringing demand for state creation. The coastal state is Ondo South Senatorial District, where I come from.
The 10th Senate is expected to pass the budget after resumption as it continues work on the tax reform bills. Tax experts have, in the period under review, explained the benefits.
Let's be well knowledgeable about whatever we want to do.
Many of the laws that we have in Nigeria today around taxation, we inherited from our colonial masters. And our policies, tax, fiscal policy, monetary policy, must facilitate sustainable growth and development.
As the chapter closes on 2024, the lawmakers reflect on some events, like the suspension of Senator Abdul Ningi over allegations of budget padding and the removal of Mohammed Ali Ndume as chief whip, with Mohammed Tahir Munguno taking his place after the APC hierarchy expressed disappointment on some of his utterances. Beyond the achievements and other happenings in 2024, the death of Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, who represented Anambra South, remains fresh in the memory of lawmakers in the 10th Senate. Lami Ali, NTA News.
The House of Representatives Committee on Legislative Compliance is calling on ministries, departments and agencies of government to respect constitutional principles and legislative processes for the timely passage of the 2025 Appropriation Bill and implementation of government policies and programs. Chairman House Committee on Legislative Compliance, Yusuf Ahmed Badaw, stated this while reacting to a series of complaints over attitude of some agencies of not complying with National Assembly invites and resolutions.
The Committee on Legislative Compliance will not tolerate further act of disrespect or disregard for the resolution of the National Assembly. We are committed to ensure that all MDA adhere to constitutional principle, respect all legislative process, and act responsibly.
The 2025 Appropriation Bill of 47.9 trillion naira tagged Budget of Economic Resurrection is now with the National Assembly. What next? I'm being joined by Chairman House Committee on University Education, Abubakar Hassan Fulata. He will be shedding more light on the budget. Nigerians are optimistic that the 2025 budget will resonate the economy when adequately implemented. Now, looking at all indices, the budget projection, sources of funding, inflation rates, and economic realities, how can the budget translate into economic growth and development which Nigerians are yearning for?
Well, in terms of the quantum of money dedicated to the 2025 budget, it symbolizes a substantial progress. It's very ambitious, and it intends to improve a lot of things in Nigeria, from infrastructure, from infrastructure to defense, to education, to agriculture. It means a lot. So it intends to bring a lot of progress onto the economy and onto Nigerians at large. The budget, as we have witnessed during its presentation, is predicated on certain fundamental assumptions. First of all, that it is predicated on 75 naira per dollar. It's also predicated on the assumption that Nigeria will produce 2.06 million barrels per oil, So the assumptions are very ambitious. So more revenue will be generated. It's also predicated on the assumption of 13 trillion naira deficit, and that 30% of the budget itself will be dedicated to debt servicing. Now, if we look at it critically, yes, it's ambitious, but budgets are statements of intention. We may generate more, like last year, we generated almost twice the amount that we budgeted. That's why Mr. President came for a supplementary budget. If you look at MTEF, the medium-term framework and fiscal strategy paper, this year also, next year, we may generate almost twice the amount we intended, we budgeted. So if we are expecting to generate twice as we budgeted, or more than we budgeted, then invariably there is no need for deficit budgeting. The 13 trillion naira deficit ought not to have been included.
Thank you very much. The budget is before the National Assembly. What next?
But very soon, as from next week, on the 6th, we are going to interface with all MDS. Mr. President has done his own part. He has tabled the budget. It is now up to the MDS to now come before the relevant committees of the National Assembly to now defend their budgetary estimates. Failing which they are to do, it will also attract penalties, because if you cannot defend what you want to do in the budget, then the National Assembly is mandatorily required to reapply the monies somewhere. If you cannot defend if you say you want to buy 10 computers and you can't defend what the 10 computers will be used for, but then the National Assembly can reallocate the monies somewhere within that very sector.
Thank you for your insight and for sharing your thoughts with us. So we pause for a break now. When we return, State Assembly's past 2025 appropriation bills. Details shortly. Don't go away. Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy. Welcome back. You are watching Parliamentary News on NTA Parliament. Do follow the social media platforms displayed on your screen for more news updates and other programs. Moving forward, Bayelsa State House of Assembly has passed the 2025 appropriation bill of 699.55 billion naira, only tagged Budget of Assured Prosperity. The 2025 appropriation bill is expected to be assented by Governor Doye Tiri to become a fiscal document in next year. Dianekum Ololu completes the story.
The 2025 appropriation bill was presented before the State House of Assembly a few months ago by Governor Dehedre. After working on the document for months and considering the report of House Committee on Finance and Appropriation, the bill has subsequently been passed and now awaiting assent to become the fiscal document in 2025.
Because those in favor that the proposal be wireless business or so be 2025 be read the time. So say aye. Aye. Those against who say nay. The ayes have it.
Leader of the House, Monday Obolo, says after critical analysis and proposal by the MDAS, the House made some adjustment by ways of increasing the proposed bill of 689 billion as earlier presented to 699.55 billion naira only.
After the consideration, the House came up with 699 billion 557,167,592 naira, an increase of 10 billion 132,818,675 naira. This represents about 1.5% increase of the budget.
In another development, the House screened and confirmed Mr. Lampard Ototo and Cleopas Carter as chairman and member nominee for the Local Government Service Commission, respectively.
Those in favor that Safe Lampard Ototo Sunday be confirmed as chairman of the Bayelsa State Local Government Service Commission, so say aye. Against the nay. The ayes have it.
The House has adjourned to the next legislative year. In Yanegua, Janukume Ulolo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the Nasarawa State House of Assembly has also passed the state's 2025 appropriation bill of 402.5 billion naira, christened Budget of Economic Growth and Stability, for assent by the governor. Adams Abdulkadir reports.
The Budget of Economic Growth and Stability, initially proposed at 382.5 billion naira, has been reviewed upwards to 402.5 billion naira. The budget was presented by Governor Abdullahi Sule on the 6th of December 2024. The Budget of Economic Growth and Stability is now over 46 billion naira, higher than Budget of Renewed Commitment.
The Debt Revenue Fund of the state of the sum of 402 billion 567 million 843,592 naira 3 kobo only for the services of Nasarawa State Government for the period of 12 months commencing from 1st January 2025 and ending 31st December 2025. Third reading and pass.
Meanwhile, Chairman Ask Committee on Youth and Sport Development, Garba Isimbabe, presented committee's report after thorough scrutiny and recommendations, a private B on Agency for Youth Empowerment Scheme.
NIS operatives shall train or stroke and be trained on soft skills and hard skills, as vocational trainings, for self-reliance in their last year of the 5 years engagement.
Another bill that passed for assent for the governor is a bill to establish National State Fire and Rescue Service Agency to provide for the suppression of fires, rescue of persons and animals from hazardous situations. In Lafia, Adams Abdul Kadri, NTA News.
Similarly, Kogi State House of Assembly has passed the 2025 appropriation bill of more than 582.4 billion naira, presented to the House by the State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo. Chairman Appropriations Jacob Sam Olawumi presented the 2025 estimated budget considered by the House at plenary. Jacob Sani has the report.
Following the presentation of 2005 budget proposals to the Kogi State Legislative House by Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, ministries and agencies were in the chamber for the defense. Chairman Appropriations Jacob Sam Olawumi, while presenting the defended budget estimates, explains that critical scrutiny was carried out on the ministries and agencies during their defense.
The committee extends its gratitude to the Right Honorable Speaker, the various chairman, committee class of various standing committees, and all stakeholders who contributed to this process, particularly during the public hearing for the timely responses. The committee respectively called on the Honorable House to adopt this report and proceed with the passage of this appropriation estimate
Lawmakers, in their contributions, described the budget defense exercise as thorough. Speaker Umar Ali Yusuf says the passage is necessary to sustain the current development in all sectors of the state economy.
The recorded expenditure passed by Kogi State House of Assembly is 281,123,215,687 naira. Capital expenditure 301,280,903,802 naira. Total together, the appropriation budget approved by Kogi State House of Assembly, the sum of 582,404,119,408 naira as the total budget approved by Kogi State House of Assembly for the year 2025.
It is expected that the 2005 budget estimate will be assented to by the executive governor of the state, Ahmed Usman Ododo, soonest. Jacob Sani, NTA News.
Thank you for watching and Merry Christmas. I am Abubakar Galadima. Do have a wonderful evening.